But let me also talk a little bit about the industry side here, which I think is important for a lot of you. It's not just about politics. Our industry depends on a partnership with government, and always has. It was about almost exactly 100 years ago when the first federal act supporting aviation was passed in Congress. And it was the U.S. Army that signed a contract with the support of Congress in 1909 to buy what was then called the Wright 1909 Flyer. Not the same Flyer that the Wright brothers had in 1903, but the so-called 1909 version. And that was a government contract that allowed the Wright brothers to build that airplane and get launched in their business career. And really ever since then, for over 100 years now, the government has been a very, very important partner with aviation. We cannot do, for example, modernization of our air traffic control system without government doing its part of that process. And we obviously couldn't have fantastic airports like Lincoln if we didn't have strong AIP funding and support for that. But we need in Washington to recognize that it's not just government that makes the aviation industry in America successful. It's the innovation and leadership of businesses like Duncan. And I want to give you a little bit of a report of where we stand on that. 2 years ago, I was the first aviation association leader in Washington to announce that our industry was in a recession. This was literally 2 years ago, exactly to the day. Some of you remember back in 2008, in March of 2008, we were just reaching the peak of high oil prices. Oil had gotten to $144 a barrel, and the effect on aviation was very dramatic in that first quarter of 2008. And as I'm sure many of you know, a recession is technically something where you have two negative growth quarters in a row. And that first quarter of 2008 was, in fact, the second quarter in a row where our industry had had negative growth. And so I was the bearer of the bad news to our industry that we were in a recession. Today is the last day of the first quarter of 2010. And based upon the information that we're getting from our members around the country, we have seen in this first quarter of 2010, for the first time in almost 2 years, over 2 years, positive growth in this quarter. Positive growth in fuel sales, positive growth in aircraft hours flown, positive growth in the activity of the fractional jet companies. They're making money this quarter for the first time in quite a while. And so what we need to do is to follow this quarter with another quarter of positive growth to really declare that the recession, at least for general aviation, is over. And I am very confident that we are going to see continued positive growth in the second quarter and beyond. So I guess if I had a surprise good news announcement for many of you, it is that we are right today, right smack in the middle of that recovery that we've been waiting for a long time. It's probably going to be visible here at Duncan sooner than it's going to be visible in Wichita or some of the OEM locations. My guess is that the big aircraft manufacturers will be the last ones to get the benefit of recovery from our economy. But we're going to see some real positive growth, I think, in most of our businesses this year. And I'm very hopeful that after the elections are over, and after a lot of the uncertainty that so many business people have in America about where our economy is and where their corporate profits are headed, I think we're going to see a very robust 2011. Much of what our industry has been tied to throughout history, if you go back and look at all of the economic data, and my days at Harvard Business School, I used to do this regularly, try to figure out what are the right correlations to have to see whether your business is going to go down or going to go up. And the correlation that relates most closely to our industry's prospects is the question of corporate profits in America. It's not how much government is spending or how much the deficit is growing or whatever. It's what are the profits of corporate America. When corporations are making money, then they can invest in new aircraft and new improved aircraft. And I think we are seeing, again, this quarter, really dramatic increases in corporate profits across America. People weren't expecting it to happen as soon. Part of it is because of the export development that we've seen so much in the last 6 months around the country. And part of it is that we're finally getting a little bit more confidence in ourselves after this recession. It kind of knocked the wind out of our business leaders. Many of them kind of felt that the right thing to do in the middle of the recession was to hunker down. I don't know if you know those words, hunker down. I'm a duck hunter, and I know a little bit about ducks hunkering down. In aviation, hunkering down are the two worst words there are for business, because when people hunker down, it means their planes aren't flying. And that's the worst thing in our industry. I mean, there's nothing sadder to see a wonderful, fantastic airplane sitting in a hangar and not being utilized. And we have got to get America's business leaders, and there are other people who have aircraft and access to aircraft, whether it's a small businessman or an individual or a corporation or a university or whatever, have them all come to understand that, you know, your airplane does you no good sitting in the hangar. Just tied down on a ramp. Get it flying. So my message to everybody everywhere I go is, if you know anybody that has any kind of authority over an airplane, tell them, for the sake of following in the footsteps of our president in Air Force One, for the sake of getting out of this recession, for the sake of showing yourself why you bought the airplane in the first place, get in that airplane and fly it 50% more in the next 6 months than what you were planning to do. And I want the FAA to do the same thing. Anyone that picks up the phone at the FAA should say, would you please fly more this next month? We need you flying more. Everybody at Duncan, someone calls, would you please fly some more this year? Everybody at the airport office, let's do some more flying, because this is what we really need to get this country taken off again. So it's not real complicated. And by the way, if you are not a pilot, and I know there are many here who are not, you can be part of the solution too, because you can learn to fly and you can become a pilot. My wife and I are both pilots. Our two sons are both pilots. My youngest son just got his license last year. And let me ask you, Todd, you're an objective, innocent, ordinary citizen, right?
Yeah.
Answer this question. Why wouldn't everyone want to be able to fly an airplane?
I wish everyone had.
Is there any logical reason why everybody wouldn't want to fly an airplane? Why wouldn't every single business want to have an airplane? Can't think of a reason, right? Why wouldn't every government official want to use an airplane? Why wouldn't we? We're the people that invented this thing. We're the people that have the biggest country to get around. We're the people who have proven time and time again what tremendous opportunities it gives you for your business. So take this little word from Jim Coyne and NATA, and that is that we can get out of this recession in a heartbeat. We can really get out of this recession in a heartbeat if we just start getting up off of our duffs. Just one of those little emblems that say duff and then draw a diagonal through it. Get off your duff and get flying again and get America back, because we desperately need to restore this industry on the growth path that it's been for a long time. But let me close, if I can, by thanking you again, Todd, for your contribution. And I know if you were here you would be the first one to say, it's not you, it's not your dad, it's the Duncan team. It's not just the Duncan team, too, it's the Duncan customers. All that whole relationship that you have built with your customers and your team members, and of course your family's leadership, that's something that is uniquely American, and you should be very, very proud of that. And I'm hopeful that all of you here in Lincoln will continue to see some success here at this great airport. And if you do come to Washington and come to see Senator Johanns or somebody else in your congressional delegation, give me a call, because I'd like to go along with you and help you remind them how terribly important aviation is to this economy in this state, in this town, for this company. Again, thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.